I have another weekly update for you, so stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you're new here, you are watching Ketosis Focus. I have been on my keto weight loss journey for almost 22 months, and I have lost about 90 pounds on my journey. I am on my quest to lose a total of 125 pounds. I think my original goal was to lose 115 pounds, to get down to 150. But then I had moved my new goal down to 140, so now it's 125 pounds. So if you want to see me reach my goals, make sure to stick around. Now this week, okay, you know, it wasn't my best week, but it definitely was not my worst week. I will say that I probably do better if I am actually recording every little thing that I am eating and I am tracking. I noticed that if I'm not recording it, because I want to either do something like a what I eat in a day later on down the line or something like that, that it really opens me up to kind of being a little bit more fluid with my calories. So case in point, I have been trying to hit my macros of 1,231 calories a day, 110 protein, 79 fat, and staying under 20 net carbs a day. The problem with this is that even though those are my goals or my limits, I should say, every day, I'm always surpassing them. So let me break it down. I had 1,339 calories on Monday, 1,554 on Tuesday, 1,342 on Wednesday, 1,426 on Thursday, and Friday was 1,192. So Friday was literally the only day that I stayed under my calories. Every other day I went above what I was supposed to go. So my average for the week was 1,371. I averaged 1,371 a day. Mind you, my calories are supposed to be 1,231. So I went over. In fact, I ate more this week than I did last week. My average last week was 1,317. So I don't know why I keep going over on calories. I see that number 1,231 in my Carb Manager app, and I guess I think like, 100 calorie, buffer is okay, instead of really trying to be better about keeping those calories in check, just to see if that would make a difference on the scale. My protein wasn't too bad. I averaged 119 when my goal for my protein was 110. So as long as I was meeting that protein goal, then I was successful. My fat, I needed to keep it at 79. I averaged about 86 for the week, a little bit higher than I'd like it to be. But it's not too bad. And of course, carbs, I averaged 10 a day, and I'm always trying to keep it under 20. Now for my steps. Last week, I tracked my steps and I had 49,947 steps that I did in the week. And it was an increase from the week before by, what did I say, like 5,000 steps or something? It was almost some ridiculous amount like that. This week, I went down on my overall steps. I have 48,793. So I did not beat my step goal from last week. This is kind of giving you an idea. I ate more and I walked less. So what is it gonna say on the scale? I do want to preface this by saying, so last week I was gifted a box of keto-friendly protein donuts on Sunday. And they looked delicious. And I was so going to keep myself in check and like not go and haywire and eat 3 or 4 in a sitting. I was like, okay, well, let me cut each of them in half. And maybe I'll have half once I figure out the macros and everything, put it into Carb Manager and fit it throughout my day. So I ended up eating a whole one every single day. I think Sunday I ate a half, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I ate a whole one. I think she gave me a half a dozen of these donuts. So I gave one to my husband out of this whole half dozen. I let him have one. And I was kind of already assuming, you know what, I'm eating these donuts, and I'm eating this 0-carb bread that I had in the freezer. I'm still not going to the gym. I'm still not hitting my 10,000 steps. I'm trying to track, but I'm seeing that I'm going over every single day. This is not good. Like, what is happening here? And I don't know why. I don't know why, to be honest with you. So I've also been keeping a check or a track of my blood pressure because I've always said my overall goal is to get myself off my blood pressure medication. And even just looking at my numbers every day this past week, they have not been extremely great. So my goal, of course, is to have 120 over 80, and I'm looking at 143 over 102 is my highest, and my lowest of the week was 130 over 85. Still better than like the 180 over something that I had last year, but still not good enough for me to have consistently low blood pressure for me to let my doctor know in the hopes that I can get off the medication. Now for my weigh-in. So last week I weighed in at exactly 178.0. And I'm trying to get that number down. I'm trying to at least lose a couple of pounds a week to try and get to my goal, especially since we are doing this challenge with Lose Weight Sarah. And I will say that I weighed in this week, this Saturday morning, and it was 177.0. So I had a loss of 1 pound, which is good, surprisingly, when you consider the donuts, the low-carb bread, and over my calories and the lack of exercise that I've been having this past week, that I even saw a loss on the scale. Now, I will say what happened next is probably not a good thing. So Saturday came, and I already weighed in, so I felt like, okay, it's the weekend. I already weighed in, I saw a loss, so now I'm off. Like, I'm off. I'm off this challenge today, I guess. I don't know what happened, but I didn't track my calories Saturday. I drank cocktails, and then of course the more that I drank, the more that I ate. Even if I wasn't hungry, I lost track. I was trying to track, but I lost track of what I was eating Saturday. And then come Sunday, I didn't track again. It was Easter. I didn't eat that much, but I didn't track it, so I can't even include it with my averages for the week. But it's also a false average. So if I look at my calories and I say that I averaged 1371 a day, that's only because I'm counting the 5 days I did track. If I really averaged Saturday and Sunday and tracked everything that I put in my mouth, that number wouldn't be 1371, to be honest with you. So I need to be better about weekends, because come weekends, I think it's a free-for-all. And I think in my head, what I had wanted to do, or what I expected myself to do, is to try and do a little calorie cycling. So if I was going to keep my calories more at like 11 to 1200 during the week, then maybe on the weekend I can kind of push it to more like 1400 to 1500 is what I had in my head. But the problem is that I didn't eat less during the week. I ate more, and then on the weekends, I ate whatever I wanted and didn't track. So I can't sit here and go, why am I not losing weight? I don't understand. I should be further along by now. No one to blame but myself. So it's frustrating. It is, and the thing is that I see it. I recognize the issues, the problems, the pitfalls in my weight loss. I just have to do something about it, right? So I'm trying to be better about tracking on the weekends and not allowing certain things. Like, I think all the donuts are gone. I've gone down that aisle, the bread aisle in HEB, and I've been looking at the sola bread, and I've been looking at the low carb tortillas. I do have low carb tortillas in my freezer, but I'm really trying not to touch them until like maybe a weekend, because if I start allowing myself to have them during the week, because there's no big deal, doesn't affect my weight whatsoever, then I'll start having them literally every day. And I think the cleaner and the simpler that I eat, the better it will be on the scale. I am doing something, and one positive thing I could say about this week is I've been buying some new clothes, so that's awesome. So non-scale victories is I've been buying some size 12s. So I haven't seen size 12 in over 10 years. It's been a very, 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 very long time since I have been a size 12. So it feels good to go into a store and pick up maybe a large shirt, maybe even a medium, depending on what the brand is, and getting some of these clothes to fit me. So that's pretty exciting. I did buy some new shoes. Check this out. I gotta show you. Hold on. All right, look at these shoes. I used to be a heels person when I was at my smallest, when I was at my lightest and my most fit. I would wear heels, wedges, short skirts and dresses, all the cute things that once I gained so much weight and hit my all-time high of 265 pounds, all of that disappeared. I got rid of everything that looked like that and basically lived in t-shirts and sweats with my hair in a bun, zero makeup. Like, I totally gave up on myself. So it felt good to get into the store and buy wedges for the springtime and for the summer. I mean, look how cute these are. So putting these on and wearing a little dress, and it feels like I'm coming back to myself again, which is nice. So if I'm gonna be showing legs, you know, like I wanna make sure that they look good. And so I've been randomly doing squats. Like I'll walk around the house and, like, let's say I'm doing laundry, I'll stop and do 10 squats. And then just keep it moving. Like, what? No, nothing to see here. Just keep it moving. Like, no big deal. Because I think when I put my head like, oh, I've got to work out, I got to carve out 30 minutes of my day to pick up the kettlebell or to go for a walk or to do this or that, then it feels a little overwhelming and daunting. But if I'm just keeping an eye on my steps and going, okay, you know, where are we right now? So is it possible for me to get to 10,000 by the end of the day? Then I'll push myself a little bit more to be walking around more, or to stop and do 10 squats, right? I'm also noticing that I'm stopping and doing some push-ups. Now, mind you, they're not on the floor push-ups with knees or without knees. And they're not even wall push-ups. They are like on my dresser or on my desk or on my counter. If I'm making my coffee and I'm just waiting, then I'll just stop and do 10 push-ups there. And it just, you know, it makes me feel like I'm doing something without having to carve out an entire block of time dedicated to it. I mean, I don't know if that's good. I would say that's good, right? So I'm going to take that as a win for this week, along with buying cute things like this and getting myself back. I will take this 1 pound loss as a win for this week. You know, I can be better definitely with tracking my meals and really being hardcore about that, being better about the weekends, really, you know, abstaining from alcohol would be in my best interest. My birthday's in a couple of months. No, my birthday is at the end of next month. So I was thinking, well, hey, look, that's 6 weeks. I think, yeah, about 6 or 7 weeks. So maybe I can kind of clean up my diet for the next 6 weeks and, you know, not have anything and give myself, on my birthday, I can have a cocktail, and then if I want one. But I think, you know, having it every weekend or every other weekend is killing my progress. I think, you know, low carb, keto friendly donuts and bread and tortillas are killing my progress. I think allowing myself to have a free-for-all on the weekend is killing my progress. So there's a few changes that I can make this week and for the upcoming weeks moving forward that will hopefully get me closer and closer to my goals. So next Saturday morning, I'm going to weigh myself. I'm going to hope for 2 pounds. I want to get it from 177 down to 175. That would be an actual even 90 pounds lost, because as of right now, I'm at 88. So that's the plan. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and going on this journey with me. I know it is a long one. Believe me, I feel it every day when I get on that scale and I don't see my goal number there. I know it's a long journey, but I appreciate your support and I appreciate you going along for the ride with me and cheering me on. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know how your week is going. Any words of encouragement, I'd love to hear about it. Post it in the comments below. If you haven't hit subscribe already, make sure to do that now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.